We got breaking news in the Pokemon world, and not in a good way. Pokedan, one of the famous YouTubers from the UK, just got robbed, and his 5+ year collection of expensive and very valuable Pokemon products were lifted from his home, from his private residence, and they targeted him specifically because they picked specific products that they stole from him, not his entire collection, only the $1,000+ items. It's crazy. It's insane that this is happening. He's a very popular YouTuber. He's a proud owner of a Pokemon shop, Collector's Card House in the UK, that's quite popular online with PokeChloe. And this is just crazy news right now. So I wanted to talk about this a little bit, what the impacts and implications of this are on the market in terms of collectors and how they're going to pivot and make sure their collections are protected. And there's also some other drama. We've got a YouTuber, NostalgiaNomics, who I'm a big fan of, as well as this other YouTuber who frequently bashes on him called Kyra, or Strawberry Pokemon, coming out here and saying that NostalgiaNomics is trying to rip you off and thinks you're stupid, which is just absolutely disingenuous and false. And I'm just going to push back on that and protect NostalgiaNomics because it's not fair. And I know he's not going to come out here and protect himself because that's not his thing. He's just going to keep doing what he's doing, which he does really well, which is ripping ships, which I have no problem with, and also giving his opinions on the Pokemon market. In terms of that, let's start with that really quickly. So NostalgiaNomics made a video about Ascended Heroes, saying that $15 a pack for Ascended Heroes is a buy. Okay? And what he's really trying to say with this is that for investors that are looking to take a position in Ascended Heroes, that spending $15 on packs or buying the tech sticker collections is not a bad investment. Okay? Or if you're able to get pre-orders at $15 a pack, it's not a bad long-term play, because he thinks that $15 a pack for this particular set is going to be a decent entry point for investors in the long term. Now, let's break this down really quickly. He's not telling you that you should go and buy packs for $15 and open them. He's not saying that at all. He never said that to anybody. Now, he does sell the packs on his Rip and Ship for $15. And if you want to buy packs and open them on his Rip and Ship, it's $15. That's the going price. Even if market price is $12 or $13, Rip and Shippers need to make a profit. So they always charge a little bit more. And they're providing a service of opening the pack for you on stream live. Therefore, that's what he's charging, which I believe is just the going market price for a Rip and Ship for that particular product. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. He's not telling you, hey, buy my $15 pack and I'll rip it for you. He's saying, I have this and it's an option, but that's not what he's saying when he's saying $15 is a buy. $15 is a buy on Ascended Heroes for long-term investors. Okay. Now, does that mean that Ascended Heroes packs aren't going to go down in value? Maybe even go sub $10? Sure. Of course they might do that. There's still waves of releases. The main section and bulk of the product that Pokemon is releasing still hasn't come out. It's coming out in a couple weeks. We're getting ETBs, then we're getting booster bundles, we're getting blister packs, probably we're getting some collection boxes. So there's all kinds of different stuff coming out for Ascended Heroes, still in waves. But we know how this wave stuff works. When stuff comes out in waves, the price doesn't really adjust that much. No one can get product at MSRP. Right? And because it's coming in waves, there's less product coming in more chunks, which in my opinion, I agree with Alex from NostalgiaNomics, that's going to keep the pack price high. If they did 2 waves, that's not quite the same thing, but there's multiple waves coming here. There's like 3 or 4 different release dates for just the initial release of the product. And I don't actually think this is a particularly great strategy. It could be a good strategy in some senses if you think about it, because maybe it gives people more access, but it doesn't really give people more access to the product, because people are just going to go and they're going to scalp the product just like they were before. And instead of going and being limited to 2 or 5 packs or boxes or whatever the limits are from that particular store they're buying from per release, and if it's only 1 or 2 releases, then they're limited twice. Well, guess what? Now it's 4 releases or 5 releases. So now they can get 20 or 25 items, where before, if it's just 2 releases, those scalpers would be limited to just 5 or 10. I mean, this is a really basic example of that, but scalpers will have multiple people going with them and all this kind of stuff. But these multiple releases I believe we'll keep that pack price high. And then going forward, yeah, they're going to print Ascended Heroes. They're going to keep printing it for the next couple of years for sure. It's going to be a very popular set. It's going to be, prismatic level popular. Maybe not as popular as prismatic, but they got God packs. They got some amazing cards in there. You got the Dragonite, which is a super popular Pokemon. You got Pikachu. There's just so much in there. I believe there's a Charizard even in there. There's so much. It's a Charizard Y. There's so many good products and cards in this set that this set is going to be a very, very strong set going forward. So at $15 a pack on its initial release, yeah, it might go down, but it's going to come back up fairly quickly. By the end of this year, we'll be back at $15+ a pack for Ascended Heroes. I'm on that train and I'm on board with that. Do I think you should go and buy $15 packs and rip them? I don't think so. I don't think you should. If you can get them at MSRP or if you can get them at a reasonable price, absolutely go get some Ascended Heroes, have some fun. Do not pay $15 a pack to open it. If you're holding it long term, I don't think it's a terrible idea. If you're opening it, you got to wait. And this is what Kyra came after Alex for, because he says, oh, you got to wait. And then he says, oh, you don't got to wait. And then people shouldn't wait. Well, there's nuance to what Alex says. And unfortunately, people like Kyra, don't have any nuance. They don't understand nuance, okay? The nuance is sometimes you gotta wait and sometimes you don't wait. So if there's an older set that's going out of print and it's a good price and it's at a good value and you know that historically these products that go out of print are gonna go up after they stop going to print, that's a buy. Don't wait. That's not coming back down. If you wanna get Destined Rivals booster boxes, probably not gonna be many of those hitting the market anymore. Don't wait. If you want to get Ascended Heroes packs, well, guess what? There's product coming. There's going to be product coming. So maybe wait. If there's a new set coming out, don't pre-order it. If it's going to be, $400 or $500 a booster box or $150 an ETB on pre-order, wait. Just wait. Because eventually that'll come down. And there's also the possibility that the crazy Pokemon market might cool off a little bit. I don't know if that's likely, but if it is going to happen, then don't go crazy on the new sets, because the new sets are the ones that are going to be affected the most. Perfect Order, great example. Everyone's, coming out at Perfect Order. Oh, Perfect Order is going to be a terrible set. Oh, I'm not getting that. I'm not going to get, come on. Perfect Order is going to be crazy, just like every other set. Maybe not as crazy, but it's still going to be pre-ordered for many $100s a booster box. You're not going to be able to find product. It's going to be the same situation. Just wait. Just wait. But if you want to buy Surging Sparks booster boxes, you want to buy a case of booster boxes from Surging Sparks, maybe don't wait, because in a few months, that's going to go out of print. And then the price of that is going to go skyrocket. So maybe that's the product that you don't wait on. So what Alex is saying is, hey, if you're waiting for Twilight Masquerade to go to MSRP, don't wait. That's the crowd that's waiting. That's the MSR penis crowd that Alpha Investments talks about. It's not going to MSRP. Those products are not going to MSRP. What you guys need to do is use your brains, okay? Think logically. New sets likely will have significant price fluctuations, especially on or around release time. Give a set a few months to cool off. Now, you might have a situation like Destined Rivals where the booster box comes out at like $300+ right away out of the gate and doesn't really ever come down. Maybe it has a small fluctuation when it gets another wave or small reprint of booster boxes, maybe the only ever reprint of booster boxes. But then ever since then, it's soaring, right? What's it at now? $500-$600? I don't even know. It's last time I checked, I think it was at over $500 a booster box for Destined Rivals. Well, do you think that's going to come back to sub 300? I doubt it. Even if they reprint it, it's not going to come back to under 300. So don't wait. That's going to be a $1,000 booster box by the end of the year. You can wait till the end of the year, but then you're going to be paying $1,000 a booster box. So don't wait, right? Kyra, this is what we're talking about when we say don't wait. Now, Ascended Heroes, if you're opening packs, and here's all the other thing. She's got some problem with paying more money for something that she's used to paying less money for. If something has a higher demand and the same amount of supply, it's going to cost more money. This is just how market works. This is how the market works for any product, not just Pokemon, anything. This is how life works. So life lesson for Kyra, okay, supply and demand. If you no longer think that the product is worth what they're charging for it, then you no longer want the product. It's simple as that. If you need to know the price, you can't afford it. It's one of my favorite sayings. Okay, if you don't think that Ascended Heroes is worth $15 a pack to open, then don't spend $15 a pack to open it. You know, the people that are going on Alex's streams and ripping ships and buying 40, 50 packs of Ascended Heroes for $15 a pack, they can afford it and they think it's worth it and they enjoy it. So let them do it. People like Kyra and those people that want to wait and think it's not worth it and they want to open Chinese and Korean and Japanese, fine, enjoy, go do that. But then don't come crying about the American Pokemon market, because it is what it is. And we got to adapt, and you got to be okay with what the market is. Things change, and you know, one thing's for sure, nothing ever stays the same. So that's what I have to say about that. Shout out to NostalgiaNomics and Alex. Love your streams. I love it. Kyra, I watch you here and there, just more so just out of amusement. But I think you should smarten up a little bit. You know, you got to call a spade, and you're being disingenuous and you're misrepresenting NostalgiaNomics. So back to Pokédean. Horrible thing happened to him. He got robbed, and I don't think it's fair that he got robbed. I don't think that he should have experienced what he did. He posted a video on his YouTube channel showing the devastation in his home. They came in, they ransacked the place. They stole base set booster boxes and I mean, you name it. Like, he had a crazy collection. They took all the expensive stuff. They left a bunch of other stuff, also valuable, but like not thousands or tens of thousands of dollars valuable. They took all that stuff. They left electronics. They left computers. They just took the Pokemon. Very targeted attack, clearly targeted. And I have a feeling those people might be found. It was too targeted, I think. And, hopefully those people come to justice. And I feel really bad for Pokédean. So shout out to Pokédean. Admittedly, I'm not a huge Pokédean guy. I haven't really been in his channels, but it came across my feed. And I feel you. One thing we learn about this, for all of you collectors that have collections of tens of thousands of dollars worth of Pokemon product, insure your stuff. Insure it. Whatever it costs. If it costs you 50, 80, 100, whatever, a couple $100 a month to insure, it's worth it, because something like this happens and you lose everything. Now, at the end of the day, it's just stuff. It's just money and stuff. And as long as you have your health and your safety, that's what matters. So I hope Pokédean understands that. I hope he doesn't quit doing what he's doing and he keeps making streams and he keeps working hard. It shouldn't demoralize him. You shouldn't let those people have that effect on him. It's only money. It's only stuff. I know it's sentimental and has a lot of value for all of us, but at the end of the day, it's just stuff, and stuff can be replaced. What can't be replaced is what's inside of us, and they can't take that from us. So that's my message to Dean. I'm going to post a link to his YouTube video in my description below so you can check out that devastation. I really appreciate you guys listening to me on this. If you want to hear a quick update of what's coming this week, I don't have any news on anything seriously dropping. They're just releasing these collection boxes left, right, and center. That's what's available on the market everywhere is collection boxes. The 30th anniversary 3-pack collection box. You know, you've got your Archaludon and your Venusaur collection box. And I did a video about this before, about all these collection boxes they're releasing. I also did a giveaway on that video. So I haven't announced that winner. I will announce that winner on my next video. So if you want to hear that announcement, then please stay tuned for my next video. And if you want to enter into that draw, then go to this video right here and like the video, please, and leave a comment below. And I will do a draw for the next video. So thanks very much, guys, for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.